Hey all, this is a live stream test. This is actually not live because apparently my 1980 live stream account needs to be authorized, so it takes about 24 hours for that to happen. But in the meantime, let's do a practice run and then I'll likely upload this anyway so you can see the content and hopefully it's useful for you. So hey, welcome back. I am doing this live stream today. I just finished recording a session back there, so I'm gonna test out my equipment to make sure I can do this recording broadcast. I'm using Ecamm Live as the tool, and it's hooked up. My camera over here is hooked up to a Blackmagic Ultra Studio, and it's streaming to my MacBook Pro here. Hopefully, audio is coming okay, and everything's working fine. We'll see after I get this recorded, and we'll publish. And so let's get into the screen share. Today, I'm going to be working on a edit of the video. So I'm in Final Cut, and I will attempt to annotate and talk about this while I'm doing this. I've never actually done this before, so we'll see. I got this recording, so I like to create my libraries in my Ninja 5 drive. And I'm going to move a couple screens around. Give me a second for now. Okay. So I just create a new library. Make sure everything is stored within the library. So I like to create everything into a little package. So let's make a new project. I'm calling this 1980 Storytelling Whiteboard. So I did a whiteboarding session just about storytelling. Recorded that. Now let's import some media in. And do I need selected? There we go. So it should just be one giant file. Okay. And it looks like I got 22 minutes of content. I'm going to try to get this down to 10 minutes or less, but we'll see. So scrubbing through here, you'll see that I did a test run, fumbled, and I think this is attempt number 2. So let's make the endpoint here and clip that out. Drinking coffee. Put a break there. I'm going to add in my logo animation intro. It's obnoxious, but hey, let's see. And I think the audio on that one is a little loud, so I'm going to adjust it to -6 dB. Let's cut it down a little bit. There's a weird section here, so I'm going to try to figure out what's going on here. A little sniffly, so we can get that gone. Get rid of that. Not too bad. And I'm looking at just some of the audio sections to clip out some of the. You notice here I'm looking at the frame, trying to frame where my starting point is. So let's get rid of that part. Now, design decision here is I can either accelerate some of that, make it go fast, but for the first time, I think I intentionally want the audience to see um, how it's done. Not too bad. Okay. This is not too bad. So what I'm doing is I'm scrubbing through the sections where there's silence and audio and seeing if action is being taken. I'm okay with that little break there. I like that I'm explaining stuff, though. The audio is coming in pretty good. And so I'm not a very detailed editor. I'm not going to edit the crap out of it because I think when you do that, it makes it feel a little unnatural. Okay. I'm looking for sections where I'm getting better at this recording, I think. There's not very much to edit. Okay, I don't think I need to do any of this. I'm going to scrub through the majority of it. So another decision point right there was I think I was running around trying to find a pen. I'm going to keep it just because I think it makes it. Pens don't magically appear in front of your hands. You have to look for them, so that's okay. So just flip back a little bit while I'm editing. I think so far this video I did just a snip. I added the intro, outro, the intro section of it. I clipped out a few things that were kind of weird fumbles, but so far I'm just liking more of the raw nature of this, and so I'm going to keep it just like that for now. But let's keep working. Okay, so we're in the part where okay, that's a section where it just went really slow. I'm gonna speed that up. And I'm just drawing that logo right now, so it'd be really boring to just watch it in real time. So let's make that maybe 8x will be faster. Completely fumbled, lost the pen right there. Let's see. Let's get rid of that because that's not very good, useful. There we go. Let's just delete out the N. Now, another design decision is, do I want to overlay some music to this? I think I always see YouTube comments, people really just hate music. Like, just really, really hate it, but we'll see. It's long, so I'm going to ignore it. But let's do a quick check. Okay, um, I think that's it. We got about 20 minutes. It's a lot of content, but I think maybe, I wonder if I created, I'm going to create another version. So I'm going to duplicate this project and make a teaser version, I think. Um, yeah, what do you guys think? So let's make a teaser version where it just accelerates to a lot of that as the teaser, and then people will then click if they actually want to see the content. Otherwise, I think the majority of people will not be able to go through this whole thing. So I duplicated this project here. And I'm going to delete the beginning. Select all the clips. Oh, this is interesting. I gotta select the non-accelerated clips. Otherwise, I assume it will just accelerate that once. But let's go fast 20 times. Okay, let's get rid of all the irrelevant clips at the beginning to make this even shorter. Sound goes away. Get rid of the sound from these clips. So as you notice, like as I'm doing this, I'm kind of somewhat winging it as I go. I'm figuring things out. Hyperlapse. And this whole video is about a minute. So let's make this even faster. Now this one I want sound, so I'm using a service called Artlist. I think a lot of people also like Epidemic Sound. I just happen to have Artlist available. So let's pick a theme. I do like the vlog theme because I do a lot of vlogging, but I just want a quick, nice, soft. And this is the hardest part for me, but that's fine. Okay. So with Artlist, I just add it to the cart. These are copyright-free videos. You get some assurance that it's copyright. And I'm going to download the MP3 version, but you can download higher versions. For my purpose, the MP3 is good enough. I'm going to add basically just a little intro music here. Okay, so in that part, the music kind of goes up, so I want to end it right here. Kind of crescendos up a little bit right there. Oops. Clip it there. I gotta fade out a little bit, so I'm gonna modify view, modify, adjust volume, apply fades. I'm gonna fade that in part. Oops. I'm gonna speed up this whole thing. We'll fade to nothing and then transition to my little thing. So let's test it out. So people are watching this. This is just a, they'll see a preview. Not too bad. Okay, I like that. Good enough. So I'm going to export that. Okay, so Final Cut's doing other things. Let's figure out what Final Cut's doing. I'm importing media from something. Okay, so part of with Final Cut is you also then have to spend a bunch of time waiting for this to happen. My MacBook is quite old. Let's take a quick look. About this Mac. Yeah, it's a 2016 MacBook, so going on 4 years now. Okay, this one's done. This project is done. So once all this happens, then it will get exported. So, hey, if you are joining in this whole thing, thank you. That must have been incredibly dull and boring, but if you wanted to see the behind-the-scenes process, the very nitty-pitty grind of creating content like this, that was a live recording. There is no clipping and editing in these live versions, and so you get just the raw components. In the future, I will be doing more live recording of other productions, and so I can show you behind the scenes on how things are made. But for now, let's end it there. Hey, thanks very much.